over, and of course, friendly advice and not financial advice. Just a kind of opinion, and then to choice for anyone to take it or to reject it. So it all depends on our personal goal and what to achieve in the space of crypto, as it were. And so, as like I said, I'm just going to give a preview little, and then we'll see what's going to happen this week we're entering to. Of course, those of you who have been listening to me keenly, I've been saying first and second quarter is always somehow funny. And we're approaching the month of May, which seems to be a May of not too juicy, as it were. You know, we have said it, and then we expected the market, of course, even when as if we have been able to break out again, it seems to be like a fake out, as it were. And then thereafter, you saw what happened here. And then, bam, we returned back below the EMA rebound. And I've told you guys that the market is going to do what it likes and know how to do much. And then there is no need to attach any emotion to the market. Market will behave the way it ought to do. Either you are down about it or not, it doesn't matter. Market must do what it ought to do. And okay, what we expect. Now, I'd like to let people understand something about when somebody is telling you about the direction of the market or a cycle based on technical indicators, as it were. Now, every technical indicators or market indicators or price action, they are more of, they are on probability, okay? You just need to understand that they are on probability. And whatever is on probability, chances are there that this will happen or that will happen. But sometimes you can see some that are more like a higher probability, and then the chances are there that this one will happen. And of course, we have seen a lot of volatility throughout the month of April, and then month of May is kind of a month of decision, that to be up or down. And then, but sometimes we are more of like we're still downtrend, as it were. You can see several volatility that's happened. So yesterday, it popped up back to 39.9 something, and then the ZAM down to 39.120 something. You could see again now jump up again to about 39.800 about. And now look at it. For instance, I enter a kind of a trade, right? I enter a short trade from 39,650, somewhere around here. Okay. Now look at what will have happened. Now, if you do not understand what you are doing, as at the time I enter, it seems that the market was my side and going down and eventually pump up again, and then came down, now pumping up. You may be tempted to say, oh my God, the market is against me. Now, it's on that note when you are trading and you understand or you buy into market, understand so many things that the market is going to be the way it is, and it will react to actions and inaction of people, and understand that all the technical indicators, what they're giving to you are probability, they are not certainty. Now, in the probability, but why will you decide to pick a given probability? Because it has a higher score of it or chances of happening. You know, sometimes when you are like looking at the bull and bear struggling, and because of other variables put together, you can say there's more favorable conditions for the bear to overpower the bull, and for that you just make up your mind to take a step towards taking actions toward the direction of the bear. Maybe some of you probably you want to open a short or long position. Maybe if you are trading if you are trading future trading, and if you are a core investor, you perhaps want to wait until you see a good buying condition before you enter into the market. So like as it were now, for somebody who is a pure investor and who does not do frequent trading, or even if you're a trader, you're a swing trader, at this point now, you will not want to be tempted to buy Bitcoin. You may want to wait. Let's look at it. Let me go here. Okay, you may want to wait, around 38, and I can tell you that I've not seen it being able to return itself at 38 or something like this. Sorry. Okay. Now, I'm not seeing the markets being able to stop over here. So, and then the moment it loses the grip, like I said here, sorry, I'm not teaching you technical analysis or indicator, just to explain certain things for you. Now, I was telling us that if we can bounce from 38, that's a good one, or 37, or 36 as it were. If not, we're looking at 34. But for me, generally speaking, I've been bearish for long, even though maybe, indicator can still give we are bouncing back and all of that. But I have been telling people to be careful not to be deceived by some of the fake out that have been happening, that because the strength of the bull is lesser than the strength of the bear. And then we have more chances to go down than to go up. So please, generally speaking, not a financial advice, but if you must buy some coins, I will say, on a friendly advice, I will say that you should wait a while and see the condition of the market, probably from now till Thursday. And then, of course, we say we have more chances to go down than to go up. Even when we move up now, I've told you, where will I say the market is bullish? We're able to cross 44, and then we go and cross 48,400. Then we said, okay, the trend has actually reversed back, then we are going up, okay? So, but as long as we are still in this region we are struggling with, forget about it. We are going down. So it doesn't matter how anyone is feeling or whatever, but the chances or the probability of down is more higher than up. And then what happened to other coins? Of course, Bitcoin is the apple of all stocks. Okay, so or you can say it's the Tesla of maybe electric vehicles and all of that. So be careful or be more conservative. Now, don't be in a haste to dispense your USDT if you have reserved some USDT. Don't be in a haste to say, oh, let me go into the market. And don't regret if you don't go into the market and market seems as if it bounce back and go to, because there are chances that the market could bounce and go to $41,000 to $42,000. Okay. And even at that, if we get to that $42,000, it will still come down, right? And then can I tell you to risk to long a position now so that when it bounces up to 42, you can sell? Well, no. And then some person can crossbreed, whereby you open a long and a short, and when the short happen to a place where this now encountering some resistance, you close the trade and then take the money in your hand and then wait for the market to go down and then probably close your trade. But most time where we miss it is that we are so emotional when we're trading or when we are buying into crypto. We buy, once the market shake a little, everybody start running up and down. Either you run up and down, it will stop the market not to behave the way it's behaving. So let's be conscious of it and then know what we're doing per time. Now, be that as it may, we may have experience of many type of projects fake project, funny project that will be erupting every day by day, because it's a trial time when the market is not excessively bullish, and going down is just stylishly going down. So many persons are busy looking for what to do, and then in that vein, they could enter into platforms that will not be too healthy. And so, but if you enter into some platform, be careful, just be smart about the whole thing, and then don't get carried away. Because one thing is that some people who have been in crypto are maybe at a point when the market is at the bear market, and then they get some platform, and then maybe they're making money on a daily basis. They look at it's like crypto is bad. No, it's you that need to understand and arrange yourself, in a way to be able to be in charge of your market. So because it's your market, it's your business, you buy into it, you are meant to monitor to understand when to take action, when to take profit. When I mean take profit, sometimes people misunderstood take profit too. I've bought a coin, I've sold, I make money. Oh, that's good. The coin you are taking profit may be a coin that you still have some part of the coin in a reserve for staking, but at the same time, you are swinging the coin. At the moment, it gives you what you wanted. Now, there was a coin that I was surprised. Those of us on private mentorship and be with me, there was a coin we gave without, it will be a month now. And I was surprised. I saw the movement it has been doing. I was shocked. This guy, let's go. Let me go to free commerce. Yeah, let's go. And this is the time you will appreciate, if you know how to set your boat very well, this is the time you will appreciate okay. There's a time you will appreciate, what's this guy called? You will appreciate both, because you can cost average and all of that if you know how to. Oh my God. I think it was my last price that's remaining to finish up. Many of us remember we bought at 30-something cent. That should be up to a month now, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think the last price I have there, let me look at it. So the guy was just grinding on its own, not minding anyone or whatever it's doing. Okay, let's use A. Can't remember, it's some days now, some weeks now. So, it has even pumped up and brushed down again. So I think the last price I said was 66 cents or thereabout, and so it has not gotten there, right? Ordinarily, if not for this market that may be truncated for BTC, crash down and all of that, of course, it's high time to get over to the 66 cent. I expected it to get to. But the 4-second prices have been sold because I was just checking. And how do I know? I just came in and I discovered that, many markets were red. And I saw a green arena, which was hard coin. Okay, it's now, was it Gary? Hard. Where are you? Hard. Okay, perhaps it may not be here. So I just saw that, okay, I just saw, because when I was doing the experiment, let's look at it. Okay, I just saw that something, it has dumped. I just saw was 44%. Now, you can now see what we do sometime with the boat is that if it's a coin that we know that's a strong coin, it has a lot of things to offer, and there's a fundamental review about the coin. We do smart trade, and at the same time, we do smart trade, and at the same time, do the DCA board for it. And then, so the smart trade, we perhaps can just put a very, reasonable price ahead. Then while the boat, the DCA boat can be doing, so because of the volatility, it will have made a lot of money. So we can set some to make money only in USDT, since we may be expecting some bear market. Rather than accumulating the coin, we allow it to accumulate USDT. And so eventually, if it has accumulated a lot of USDT, when the market crash, those USDT can be utilized to buy that same coin again, or even engage the boat back to be trading it from the base running up. And so that's why most time people are always in a haste. The whole ideology about cryptocurrency or getting involved is that you want to build financial strength. You want to build up your financial strength. And so you do not need to be in a haste. That's why you know what we are going to do continually. There was no point being a haste. You take it lightly, gradually, gradually, and you're able to arrive at where you are going to. I can just imagine somebody who has seen crypto as his business now, and you bought a coin and it went down, and give you very, very, very down, and you two are down with it. That means you are not even into business. If you're into the business, you leave that and face other things. And that's exactly what you expect to do. And that another thing is this, please, you have started, you're doing your crypto, you are expected to do something very importantly. You are expected to partition your activities, your portfolio, your money. How much am I going to expose to the market at this given time? All right, okay, I'm buying into some coins and stake them. So no matter what's happening about that coin, it's none of your business. It's been staked, locked there, and to give you accrual in coins. Right? And so, but if you are not arranging yourself in that way, you do it anyhow. And then when any little thing happens in the market, you get demoralized. That's not how it's supposed to be. And another thing is that sometimes some people don't preserve, or when the money comes as profit, they're always in a haste to pump it back to the market. No. You make sure you have some reserve in your USDT, because when market done very well, it's those one you kept that's going to help you. Okay, you may write down these coins when you monitor crypto back. When market crash very well, you take notes of them. Of course, there are coins we have been trading. Some of them are gaming coins, right? Star Atlas, Super Farm, Cake, SPS. This is SPS Matic. Now, why Cake? There are so many things that they are doing Cake now. I may not have time to go into it. Yeah, where's Cake? Let me just see if I can see some example of Cake. And some people may not know that it's happening on Cake. So you don't need to, you don't need to play read. You can help yourself make a lot of money, but you do not need to be in a haste. Now, when I tell people that you do not need to be in a haste, they felt that it is when they are in a haste they will make more money. That's not true. Now, did you know that I was following up a particular project on this guy that was launched with $300? Was it last week or last 2 weeks? Now, that's why I was telling some persons, everybody just need to pay attention and learn. Because the time will come, I will not even have time. Not that I'm saying not having time for people is good, but I'll be too busy. 24 hours is not up to a day. Now, I was following up this project, and it was, the minting was of the NFT. Many of you may not know, the minting of the NFT was at $300. What of BNB was less than 1 BNB, But look at what's happening now. In how many? It's just last week or last 2 weeks. We call it Pancake Squad. There's so many other NFTs that are there. Some of them are cheap ones. Look at it. I'm not saying you should go and buy. If you want to buy, you should know factor responsible for whatever. Look at punks. Now, it has been there before this particular one, but it's all about the community and hype and all the use case around a particular one. Oh, this one is even going, it's about, I think, 0.09 before, and so the floor price now is okay. They are getting on. Now, but this was the one that amazed me so much. Sorry. There we go. There was one that amazed me so much. Let's go here. $300 was the minting price. Jesus, I'm seeing the volumes coming into that particular collections now is so big. What? Now is the floor price is about 12.9 BNB, so very soon to be 13. Now, so the high price, you are now seeing 14 BNB. Now, worst case scenario, even if BNB is $400 now, something you use $300 for the minting, right? Be careful too, because there are so many funny Ponzi scams, around NFT. So for you not to go and buy something that you think you're so excited, you're going to make so much money. So imagine $300. So let's pretend that it was even 1 BNB. Now, 12.9 BNB. So let's even say 12 BNB. 12 BNB multiplied by $400. That's about $4,800. And then $300. So take $300 off it. So having 4-5. And some may buy 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, those NFTs when they print minting. I think it was last 2 weeks or so. Okay, so imagine that, and you don't know how much it's going to go. You may come back over time now, and the way they are doing auctioning and bidding it may have only floor price at about maybe 20 BNB. Like that. So there's so many things that some of you that in crypto you are not exploring on Pancake. So I just felt I was able to do. Many don't know that you can stake Pancake. Some stake it and even remove it. But the percentage are flexible because of the MasterChef V2 that they are doing now. And they just, do your flexible staking until when they have consolidated and all of that. The day I saw it was about 82%. Now, of course, it's going to be dropping because the usual percentage we used to have on Cake was about 62%. Now, this is the point. Cake is still very cheap compared to other coins that have moved very well. Because there was a time Cake came to $4, and imagine even at 9-point-something dollars now. Imagine you're buying Cake, right? Let's say you use $1,000 to buy Cake. So divide by 9.44. Let's call it 9.5. So that's going to give you 105. Okay, never mind. You have 105K, no problem. If market crash, Cake can come down to as low as $3. Yeah, why not? Now, so you have 105 Cake. Then you are going to have 65% APY, 0.65. That's 68. So plus 105, right? That's about 170, right? That's about 173. Now, this is 62K. What happened? Imagine next year, Cake just do what Solana did and just go to $250. So this multiplied by $250, okay, that will be $17,000, 105. And then imagine the 105 itself you have. Now, by the time you are telling people about this thing, they won't understand. They'll say, I wish I knew. Even when you tell them, they will not buy into it. Like somebody was asking me now, I wish Bitcoin can come to $14,000. I was talking about 12,000 or 10,000 I have been talking about. That he will just borrow money from everywhere and buy. I say it's a lie. You will not, you will run away. As you will run away. So, but the reality is this. If you are in crypto, you have to prepare your strategy. There's always a season for the different thing. Some coins, as you buy them, why? So imagine PancakeSwap now doing so many things, the NFT, marketplace, and all of that. And then other things, Launchpad, stuff like that. And then now imagine the utility around the PancakeSwap and then the Cake itself. Cake has not really moved like others, let's look at it here. Cake. Cake. Okay. All right, look at cake all-time low in 2020. So cake has done all-time high of $43. So okay, just imagine now that you're able to buy cake, not this $9. There was a time we saw at $6, $5. But let's even say at this nine point something dollars. And then you have accrued 68 times $43 eventually. And you spend $1,000. So 68, I'm just taking it likely like that to say, yeah, it's coming up. So 68 multiplied by $43, 2,924, and you spend $1,000. Meanwhile, your 105 cake is there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just important you help yourself and don't always be in a haste. Have a coin you can buy, that one or two, that even when the market crashed down in price, you don't bother about it because you know what's going to happen about that coin. That's why you keep it and keep accumulating it. So Matic, imagine like Matic, Cardano, and stuff like that. And then some of those gaming coins I did mention, not a financial advice anyway. So it's your choice, and then you want to soak it. And then what should I do? You monitor. If the market can crash very well, those are the coins you say, okay, let me just take little by little from them. I know you may have other coins you probably have been trading, but there's some coins that they will move at a point, may surprise us. Now, quickly, let me remind us, those of you who have by 30th of this month, our promo will be over. What's the promo? 50% off all the membership and renewal. And please, over time, we're going to update our platforms. Those of us in Be With Me and all of that, so that because some people are there, maybe they have not renewed their account. So if you update and you don't see yourself any longer on the updated one, know that you are a defaulter, okay? And then the private mentorship, 50%, everything 50%. So private mentorship is $5,000. So with the promo, that will be 2,500. And then if you'll be with me on 5, that will be 750. And then the basic classes, intermediate and all of that things are still on promo. So, and I've told us we should try as much as possible to always be active on some of our Telegram. When we send some update, you'll be able to see it and act on them on time. And that's why we created a platform too called the cash flow system, and where different opportunities can always be reviewed and sent. And why do we separate it from the Mega Green and all of that? Of course, Mega Green is having maybe general information about crypto and all of that, but not too much particular about a particular investment or platform or project. And so, but this will form that what will happen in there, opportunity, check, okay, if it's good at that time, at that point in time, buy into it. Now, please let me tell you something. Now, I've seen it a lot. People who misprioritize the way they should do their crypto business, they keep struggling day by day. Now, what do I mean by prioritizing? Some people come around in the crypto, what they target is all those, how do I make it now, the hit and run, immediate gratifications, and then they leave what's the most important aspect. What's the most important aspect of crypto? Be able to buy 1 or 2, 3 coins, or coins that you have studied more about them, and you know that they are going to go well, and then you buy into them. Now, even when they crash, they will go. That's what we call the lower risk. Now, but when you're participating in some low gems, some pre-sales and all of that, when they pump, you can take your money and roll it back to your legacy coin, or what we call primary coin. So that when the whole market even crash, you see how your legacy coin just endure for a time being, and then it's able to recover your money. So it is not enough to preserve it. It's not enough to have it. It's important to preserve and maximize it when it gets to the full state scale. So most time when we send platforms, what you can spare or call it risk may not be the same I can spare and all of that. So you don't get carried away that because somebody else have done $10,000 worth of maybe investment in a particular project or platforms, and then you look at your own, it's just $50. You now feel ashamed of yourself enough that this is rather too small. Don't do that mistake. In crypto, there's no money that's too small to start, and there's no money that's too big. So when you have that mindset, until I have $10,000, $20,000, there are opportunities that you will have invested $100 or $200. The time you are waiting to get that $10,000, this one will have produced it. You see? So that's why we tell people, start from where you are. So don't always wish, I wish I'm this, I wish I can get this. Start wherever you are, and so that you'll be able to meet up eventually. Like, let me look at an example. I don't know where this coin is now. I like using that as example. And then maybe, of course, I may not need to talk about it now. Brew Labs. Look at it. Let me see. Brew Lab. I saw a new project today about to absorb into their, okay, now it has even gone down very well. You know, it went up to this one, 3, 4. Now, but even if Brew Lab is still going down now, it has not gotten to how much we bought it. Okay, I always use $400 as an experiment. That $400 bought 100,000 pieces. That 100,000 pieces right now will still be $2,140. So that means the person is still on 5x as it were. Okay? So the person is still on 5x as it were. So how much more when the price came down to 0.0024 about? That means $240, but that 100,000 pieces. But the most important thing is that it's not about how much it has grown. It's all about I've staked it and it's accruing some volume for me. Okay, there's a free fall, and you can see fall very well. It's part of this movement. The market definitely is not healthy, all right? So as it were, let me look here. So if you look at it, long time, people have started since they are still big up, even where it is here. So how long will this fall go? It depends on Bitcoin. So, but you can see it's almost at this point now. It's almost at 0.02, which I know it can't hold because if Bitcoin fall more, then you can say, okay, looking at this 0.013, and if it's unable, so just expect anything. But at least worst case scenario, what if you go to 0.008, it has not come down to how much I bought it. And so many persons who were obedient on time to bought it. But sometimes people will say, if to say I know, it's not like that. Some people who get information on time, it's the same platform. It's just that some of us don't prioritize searching to get information at the right time. The saw time low that this guy record here is not true. It went lower than that. So I'm just as an example. So there are so many coins. So now, let me quickly show this. Because at this season, it may be boring for you. So you can get yourself engaged. You know, I discussed all this thing last week or the other day about the cash flow, DeFi game project. I talked about Drip Network. The price of Drip Network, many of you knew, I told you guys that I still expected Drip to come down to $19.85 or $19.80. Right, let's look at it. remove it. Okay, we will use that screen. All right, there we go. Breathe. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, it's about 30. How much? It's not giving me what I'm looking for. Let me just do this. Breathe. Yeah. Come up. Okay. Okay, drip. All right. The guy is so stubborn at that point. It has been not hitting down below $30 since. It ought to have, but I think as BTC will crash, I think you can pull it down. The only thing is that by that time, maybe all the whole thing must have been up. So it may be raining because that's the thing. Traffic will be more there because as BTC and maybe other major legacy coin are down, people will be busy buying it to, invest. Okay, you come here for hours. Let's look at it. Yet I'm not even getting what I'm looking for. Okay, you can see, yeah. Okay, not the other old time of $6.7. Look at what I'm expecting around this place, somewhere here, 19 point something around there. So it's still very far. Now see where it did on time high again, dump, did that, dump. Before this wicked move, you see this wicked move to that, and then dump before it did. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I didn't know about this volatility. I didn't know about it. Then it tried, and so there we are in the floor. So you can see why it has been so difficult for it to like dump entirely. And so if as the market or as those programs they are setting up PG Bank now maybe finally launch back by next week or so, then you may have a kind of return probably back up to about 70 something dollars. Then of course the impact of the negative in the market will bring it down to $50 and all of that. But those are some of us who bought at $150 and some people bought at $120, $100 and all of that. Now, so some of you who are probably are starting now just lucky. Do I say lucky? No. You just are timely, okay? You're timely. Does that mean that you would have bought at $30, $31? The price cannot go down below. Remember, I'm saying I'm still expecting it at $19.8. So, but what should I do? No problem. What I do continually is to compound what I have staked. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to like remind you, the drip network is still there that you can plant into your drip faucet and then keep yourself busy compounding. You know, sometimes when you buy a coin and hold, you may not be able to endure the patient, but if it's been engaged, either it's been staked somewhere or you are, it's staked to and you are compounding, then it may give you more joy than just keeping you waiting, as it were. So just like example like that, all you need to connect with your MetaMask. Some of you use Trust Wallet. Well, I don't too much use Trust Wallet. So you just stick like this account now. I just compound it. I don't do anything more than that, right? So look at it, for instance, that's some quantity here. I can go ahead to compound it, hydrate. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I must to connect. Yeah. Okay. So I want to hydrate. Good, good. So just compounding. So the more I compound, the more chances of elongation, the more volume, of course, I can be accruing. Good. So weight is maybe 52 something or 52 point something or 53. Now 194, right? So compounding. So what will happen? Like this 53 now. So if we come to a point where the price had gone to even ordinary $50, so that means on the average, this one 53.2 multiplied by 0.01, that will be 0.53, okay, multiplied by, let's say $50. So that will be $26, every day. And then let's say within that period, you stay within that average for 1 or 2 months. So 30 days multiplied by 30. So that will give $798. So I'm just using that instance because it's not a yardstick that's going to be $50 or continually be $50 and all of that. But there's no point me spending it now. What you go furthermore, I just continue to compound. I'm just telling you that. Now, I did mention some project to us. I think I've sent the video. Some of you, Meta Network, you can go and check on this YouTube channel, this place. Coming up. Excuse me. Okay, just bringing out. Anyway, if you're on the WhatsApp group, all the information are posted there. Being you Drip Network, being you Meta Network, being you CISO Exchange, being you COTPS. There's so many platforms and projects. But there was one I just said today. It was launched yesterday, only on BUSD. And of course, you know why PancakeSwap will always have its way. So most of those things are still through PancakeSwap. Okay, I hope this guy is coming up. It's not coming up. We have to do other things. So the CISO is there. I don't have time because to start talking about that now. So, but what I always tell people is that some of those platforms, you may not put so much money. Okay, before, lest I forget. See one update on Matic. Let me just open it. Look at this. Twitter and Stripe roll out USDC payout program for creators via Polygon. In addition to payment, bank account, and debit card, select content creators can now elect to have USDC earnings sent to their wallet. Okay. So Friday, Twitter and Stripe announced the rollout of crypto payouts for Stripe Connect, as told by the two companies. All right, a select group of creators who Twitter will soon be able to receive their earnings on the platform in the form of the US dollar coin, USDC stable coin. Payment will occur via Polygon Matic network, layer 2 blockchain known for It's low fees, fast transaction speed, innovative zero knowledge technology, and integration with Ethereum. So as a centralized platform, content creators and freelancers will first need to pace, know your customer onboarding checks conducted by Strip. Afterward, they can manage their account details, track real-time earnings, and upcoming payouts into their crypto wallet. By the end of the year, Twitter and Strip plan to extend the program to over 120 countries. Regarding the development, right? Esther Crawford, Twitter's product lead for creator, commented, "We are excited to begin offering crypto payouts to creators via Stripe, so they have more choice in how they get paid." Can you imagine? You see the logic? Okay, so when we tell people to settle down, so you don't waste your crypto, rather you find a way to be making some money to add more to your crypto, and that's exactly what we've been doing. So I've told you, Sizu, you can register on Sizu and activate as low as $50. So I don't think it's bad. That's a friendly opinion anyway, not a financial advice. $100, $200 or sorry, $100, $250, $50. Now, those money you will not even remember. So that if eventually they become something you never expected, you wouldn't say, "Oh, what does it cost me to have used $500? It never cost me anything to have used $1,000 and all of that," than just outright. Because some things that some of those stuff on some platforms that it doesn't really look real, that's the truth. But eventually, they have a way of surprising people, and then you now look, oh. So that's why I say you must be dynamic and flexible when it has to do with cryptocurrency. However, there's some platform too. You have to be smart to play your game well. If I make money on some platform that I'm afraid about, no, am I afraid? No, I'm not afraid. That I will just say, "Are you sure? Are you not sure?" Okay, because I'm not saying fear is already taken away from my heart when it has to do with crypto. Okay, so but that this one is like gambling, stuff like that. All right, and then what if not? And so you put in $250, you put $500. So if eventually it's not working out as expected, I don't have any regret whatsoever. And then when I start, I always have a way of taking such money made from some platform to expand my base legacy crypto platforms as well. So I've mentioned Drip Network. I've done video on it. If you want to go more detail, you can check some of my videos, both on the general YouTube channel of Planbxpress. My full name, Meda is Felix. Felix Meda is as it where you can search and you connect, or you can go. I think I've done a video already on the cash flow system YouTube channel, and so you can read more detail on how to go about to buy and to stake your coin for the faucet, for the drip garden in the animal farm as it were. Then the Meta Network, I think I've done some video today, is a new project that we are still understudying, but we're already there because we wouldn't want to know everything before we do anything. Hence, we lose many things. So for that, we don't want to take that chances, and that we've started. It has combinations of both staking, it's a boat, or so many features around it. So of course, we'll be unveiling it gradually as well. Then last but not least is the COTPS that we're trying to experiment. And then finally, we did some experimentation on it. And I've told you guys, I'm not doing manual of the COTPS. What I'm doing is a bot script. And I've said the script people, so the script cannot be given to anyone who would not within the chain of their ecosystem. And so that means even if you have an account, you wish to depart, you have to make sure you, number one, the account is created. You can ask me for a link, or you ask your leader provided your leader is still connected to us. And then you register, you verify your account, you do your KYC, and then next is to fund your account. But minimum you have to fund your account is $1,000. If you don't have up to $1,000, and another logic I got about is somebody who do not have up to $1,000. And so immediately he signed up, he funded his account with I think $200 and start doing the manual trading. Let me experiment the manual trading. I don't like it. I don't have energy for it at all. Because I just created an account so that I could always just do experiments. So I'm not bothered about the money that is there, right? Because I need to just do experiments. So I look at it, look at how this one is done. All right. So that means every 2 hours I have to come look at it. Maybe since more than 3 or 4, 5 or 6 hours now, this one has finished. I do not come there. So what am I supposed to be doing? I come, usually the account be this way. Where are we? Sorry. I just wanted to show you guys because you will see your okay. Okay, what I just want to show is this for anyone probably who is doing manual. Every now and then, every 2 hours, is expected to come here and click on immediate competition for orders, and then they give a range or within where it has been selected. Then it's gonna click on sell. So I can't do that all the time. So, but people who have time. So this fellow, what he did was that no problem. I do not have up $1,000. So why don't I fund my account? After all, you can fund with as low as $10. But he knew that if he's doing $10 with manual, it may take more time off because target is to have $1,000 in his account. And so for that, is doing the manual, the manual order of the OTC platform. And then once he has made some money, then he can now upgrade himself to, of course, if you have up to $1,000 by doing the manual, and then there's some affiliate income too that he can earn. So if you gather all this together, so if it was up to $1,000, then he can now connect with the bot. So after $1,000, of course, you need to buy VPS that's going to host your script where it should be having internet 247. Okay. So then the script, there's a token amount or just a little amount of money that is paid for the script, but it's not given out to people that are out of the community and all of that. So you can imagine now, so every 2 hours come here and do this. I know I do not have that time. It's not possible, right? But some persons, you are looking for what to do and all of that. By giving a guarantee of how the platform, no, it's a risk. If you take your risk and you know how to take your risk and walk through the valley and then never get hurt. And so you can always do it. So, but what I saw was this, as much as you can accrue some money, then I load it back to some cryptos. And then what I saw again, why I'll sometimes bring some of those things, it has a way of helping people who do not have enough money to do their crypto well. Okay, so you can see now I have to be doing all of these things. I do not have that energy. The time cannot be there. I will not meet up on regular basis. So I'll just keep on losing money. Maybe opportunity of how much I ought to have made, and I'm not doing it. So that's why you see this is a manual. So now once the money is used, and anything less than $5 will not go through again. So, but look at the script, the one that uses the script now. So all I do is that is set up. I don't come there unless I just want to check what's happening in the account. So I don't lift my hands. So just let it be there. Then final good. I'm good to go. So this now, I say, okay, once like a month, I can take out some money. Maybe because what was funded was $1,100 for experimentation. So maybe it's a month. If he has additional 1.5, I can take it out. Maybe just load that one on Pancake Swap alone. So just like that, purpose, any amount that can be gotten with $500. Okay, is it Celsius I want to buy with it? I buy it, unlock it, and move on like that. People who don't have what to fall back to are the people who, whatever thing they see, they eat it all, and then when they should have where to fall back to, nothing to fall back to again because they have eaten everything, including the seed. Okay, so you can see the market is crazily volatile. Okay, so in 39,700 and plus, now it's 39,600 or something. So, so that's out about. So I told you, take note of some of those coins I did mention. It's not a financial advice, but you can always help yourself. Okay, so I think at this point in time, I'll have to check some of the charts and questions. So please explain more about the animal garden. So what's the name of the project you said was just launched yesterday? This person, you're very smart. I've forgotten it already. If not, you ask me that. Thank you very much. I think I call it DeFi gambling because I don't know what they're achieving. Though these are gambling they're doing and lock your coin, but they are not using any, they're using stable coin. Let me check it. I did post it on all the group on the Telegram. Please take note, if you're attending our meetings, vital things that you can maybe buy, some coins that can just give, of course, people who are on bill with me and private mentorship will know how our communications is. But those of you Omega Green, the cash flow system and all of that, if you don't go to Telegram, I can tell you below things. Okay, so let me quickly go there. I think this person is going to go now. Okay, let me just check it. I like experimentation, you know? And you can experiment well without getting it. It's called, yeah, Rocket Game. Rocket Game. Right. Yeah, it's called Rocket Game. You can read more about it. I've sent a link on all our Telegram channel. You can copy. Okay, you can go through the white paper. Rocket Game, okay? Rocket Game is an innovative fork of baked beans. I didn't even go through all the whole thing. I just have to go to basic of their tax system. Not that was the price of the rocket, whatever, what really percentage, blah, 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 blah. That's why I call it DeFi gambling, not DeFi game. When you want to say DeFi game, the developer have to create some utility around it and trying to create some partnership, just like what Drip Network is doing. That's why you see most of those platforms that claim to create a DeFi game, maybe as PG Bank was on the mod to try to finish what they're doing. Many funny schemes had come out and they have crashed because they have nothing to do and the developer are just, they're only just they saw that people were just waiting for Drip Network to come up and finish their PG Bank. And then before you know, they created a lot of things, copycat, and eventually they cannot sustain it. Now, this was launched yesterday, just purely on BUSD. Okay, so purely on BUSD. I want to refresh it. So the lowest you can insert is $50. Oh no, I think any amount. But for some that want to like maybe send link to friends for referral, if you want to like earn referral from your friends directly, you will have to minimum of $50 must be activated. You want to enter level second generation, third generation. I think from first to third, that's all. You have to have $500 as the minimum deposit to your. Now, I was experimenting when I was doing training with some people in the afternoon. So $50 was what I used in experimenting here. All right. And then that means it's going to give, but that $50 is already converted. You can't collect it. It's gone. All right. So now you are having 10%. All right. Now the total expected ROI APR is 3,650, meaning if all things being equal, which all things can never be equal. So 365, 3,650. Okay. Right, divided by 100, that will be how many X? That's about 36.5X. So times $50. That means the year, as you're thinking of $1,825 in a year, all right? Now, but if you're compounding, you have additional 2% according. So that continue, you can compound. So, but for me, if somebody who is doing, who have little money should not often compound, maybe it can take 2-3 days. Because if you put $50 now, yeah, that's about $50. Yeah, multiplied by 0.1, that's $5. Okay, so that means every day $55. So that means times 10 days. So before that, your capital is available, then that means $5 times 30. So that means in a month, that's about 3X. Yeah. The month, that's about 3X. So if you want to compound too, you can compound, stuff like that. So that's it's a DeFi hype. This is a game. These are not games, sorry. These are gambling. So, but they don't use coin. It's only a stable coin. That's BUSD. So that means when you make enough BUSD, you can just convert to cake. I don't know why I just talk of cake all the time. So, but we do a lot of things with cake, with steak, we do so many things. And so that's, now somebody was saying something like, so now animal farm, like I said earlier on, animal farm, I don't do anything. I think I have many accounts of animal farm. What exactly do? I just compound. At all times. Most people always value their earning. That's what appeals to them. And then they collect the dollar every time. Doesn't make sense to me, right? So like this account now, if you look at it on the average, is earning 144 plant every day. Because of the prevailing price, that's about $52. So that means in a month, $52 or $50 times 30, that'll be how much in a month? All right, that's about 250, 1.5, is it 1.5? Something like that. So now if you're calculating that, at a point you're going to be demoralized, okay? So $50 multiplied by 30. So $1,500 in a month. So at the point when the price go down very well, what happened? Assuming you are still earning that 144.9, 67, and the price at, let's say 20 cents, multiplied by 20. That will be $28. Because at that time, multiplied by 30 days, that will be $869. It's still okay anyway. So, but for week compounding, it's like we're during, we are showing precious seed now. Now, what my expectation if the market bounce back? I'm not even talking of the $12, let's say $5. So if 144's plant is earned, which by all means, let's say take the next 3 months for it to go back to $5. I'm sure if this account continue to be compounded, it's not going to be 140, right? So let's say at that time, it's already 180 plant, then multiply by $5. That will be $900 every day. So multiply by 30 days. So that will be $27,000, which is very little compared to the people who have made crazy money. We have people who are earning $5,000 when the price was still about $4 or $5 per plant. They're making so much because, of course, they started early. They've seen the bad, the ugly, and then around it, and then they are still pushing more than us. So the drip garden, right? Sorry, the drip garden is average of about 3% on daily basis. If you compound, you're likely to expand it more over the time. And then this the general advice of friendly advice I always give. When I'm compounding, I observe when the price tip down. When there's a heavy spike, or maybe a company, what has caused this total down is this migration since. If not, you will have seen how much far this thing will have gone. So the moment the whole thing is done, you start seeing price appreciation. So imagine if you have accrued and compounded so much, and then before the price spike. So the price spike, you can be withdrawing every day if you like, or you can withdraw 2 or 3 times and then compound the others in that order. So that's for the animal farm on the drip garden. So PG Bank is coming and some other things. And those of you who got the explanation, if you look at it, what are we talking about the MasterChef V2 migration? The MasterChef V2 migration was not migration of animal farm or PG Bank, as it were. It's the pancake swap migration. So those pools here, every pool you stake here is connected to pancake swap, like BNB staking and all of that. And even so now, we're not on the notice about the MasterChef migration V2. So they have to now reset the dog. If not, the dog was not to be affected before. If you look at, for instance, I have some dogs here, 13 dogs was locked here sometime. Then I still have some fraction of cake that were locked here somewhere. I don't know how many. Stuff like that. So there are many of them. So for it has to be rearranged for it to synchronize as it were. So PG Bank, then the drip faucet, that's the backbone. But that's the one that's going to create some partnership and all of that. So for me, I compound all my accounts for now, but that will not be a factor for another person to use my own style. Okay, so you may want to be cashing. Why not? You can always cash as you wish. Okay. First, I'm saying it. Okay, okay, that's good. If we come to 0.1, honestly, I will aggressively add to my main account. That's the truth. Okay. So, guys, that's just for now. So I've told you guys, if you are good at thing like Meta Network, it's a good thing you can do as low as $25. So sometimes you don't have any excuse whatsoever. You can do as low as 25 euro, I beg your pardon, and then you can stake the coin for flexible staking, which is a smart staking. Because you know what a flexible staking is all about. Then you are within a range of that to €1,000. I think your staking APR is 150%, which is paid to you daily. Of course, you can get out the money, go to any of the exchange, that Pancake Swap or Probit, and all of that, and get the coin. So that is M coin. Then, if you're on the second category, that range of 200% APR, then the highest category is about 250. And then if you are doing a fixed staking, then you are having about, depending on the category from a small, the highest category is about 400% APR a year. And that is paid to you on daily basis, which you can scoop the coin. So there are a whole lot of things around it. You want to know more about it, you can always ask on the chat or go through some of the videos I've done, and I'm still going to do a lot of videos about some of those projects. So like some of us have bought the NFTs through the Meta this thing. What was the NFT? Is it burning something? We'll check it here. It's on, the NFT is on jpeg.store. And so I will not have the time to start connecting now to show you something burning. Meta burning, okay? Something like that. Yeah, something like this. So the floor price was yeah, 200. So some of us were part to the first pieces they brought. I think they are going to have only 3,333 or something as a total volume that will be minted, right? That was minted as it. So you can see this team. This is what part of the team we're talking about, Web3. Look at this. Project is receiving 5% royalties, which goes back to the creator with each sales. So you can see how the company, the Meta, this thing are creating a lot of things around their utility. So some of us are bought already and keep and watch what's going to happen. If I want to place sales, I would set a terrible price because Board ABR Club have taught people lessons not to be selling their NFT on time anyhow. I think the same pattern tool these guys want to use, Sizu, they want to launch their own NFTs from, if you go here, you click on the white paper, you can read about their NFTs to be launched. And 3 things created around the NFTs this. You have the NFT, you have some royalty payments, just like residual income, maybe 2% or 2.5% in a week. And then if you're part of the people who are already pioneer leaders in the system, all the NFT sales, there's a portion you'll be paid around it. And there's a whole lot of things about it. So you can go to the white paper and read much about, yeah, so. Sorry, I have so many NFT stuff. So, so you can see, you can read more about the platform, what the intentions are about. So but those of us, we buy into the rumor, and then when it becomes news, we shine. Okay. So you can see the token just their backend is not launched anywhere yet. So don't get it twisted. Don't let anyone tell you it's launched somewhere or this is to exchange. All of that. So, okay. So that's that for now. If you have any questions, I think I've responded to some of those queries on the platform. So market, as it were, if you are too emotional, stay aside. Don't launch in. Don't buy coin anyhow at this point. Be careful. Not a financial advice anyway. So, but do not buy coins anyhow right now, because market is still not reset properly. Okay, I think we've come to the